Shawn Lee, and I'm the owner of Stayold Guitars in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I started Stayold Guitars about 6 years ago because as a player I was really looking for a different kind of guitar shop. I've striven to offer guitars that maybe are unappreciated or even unknown, with a special emphasis on unique tones, tones that I feel like aren't covered well. I feel like there are a lot of guitars out there that maybe people aren't aware of that have great tone. And they may not be Martins or Gibsons or the usual suspects. So one of the things I'm really trying to do is to turn people on to these gems. Things like the original Oscar Schmidt made jumbos from the 20s and early 30s, long scale, 26.5-inch scale length guitars. Some of the Washburns and Regals, Lion and Healy's, the original catalog guitars from back in the day. A lot of those guitars are kind of put in a box. For example, when most people think of Oscar Schmidt made Stella from the 1920s, they automatically think blues guitar player. But actually you can get some fabulous tones playing sort of modern fingerstyle on those guitars if they're set up well. Started working with a friend in El Paso, Texas, Dan Lambert, who rebuilds a lot of the really old catalog guitars, lots of Stellas and Regals and Washburns, etc. Got fascinated by the idea of not only bringing these back to life and reviving them, but also transforming them. Fast forward a few years, and I had acquired a number of them, and some of them became my favorites, my personal go-to guitars. For many years, I had a personal dream of building vintage-inspired guitars myself. Eventually realized I wouldn't be able to do it myself or by myself. And now there's a team of 5 of us. We have a separate workshop. It's a great group of people because everybody brings a unique skill set to the shop. If I had to say what the overall ethos of the shop is, or the mission of the shop, it's chasing unique tone, chasing wonderfully unique tone. things we're trying to do with the new builds is to use those guitars as inspiration, but also make them more functional from a player's perspective. Being pretty faithful to the original design and copying the bracing layout or copying the original specifications, but also doing things like adding a two-way truss rod and setting them up very well so that a modern player can access that tone in a very playable instrument and a reliable instrument. A couple of the guitars in my personal collection that I really love are a pair of Lakeside Jumbos made by Lyon & Healy circa 1917. My understanding is that there are only 4 of these intact still. The model has a very fascinating history. It appears that they were made roughly from 1912 to sometime in the 1920s. They appear in Lyon & Healy catalogs about 5 years before Ditson's, quote, dreadnought guitars appear, and about 19 years before Martin's D1 and D2 dreadnoughts. Personal favorite models of vintage flat tops is a Washburn 5257. Like the Lakeside Jumbo, its dimensions are very unique. Its body style is not quite like anything else out there, almost like an inflated OM. It's such an all-around great guitar. Has incredible volume for a guitar being only 15 inches wide like a typical OM. We've had the good fortune to have many vintage catalog guitars of all sorts come through Stayold's, whether on the sales side or the repair and restoration and rebuild side. And that's put us in a really good position to study those guitars and learn from them. And we've honed in on some of our favorite models. So it's incredibly exciting to get to build new versions of those models.